Setting up for Dreamland Ribs. Dreamland Ribs. Dreamland Ribs. Dreamland Ribs. We step out again today to honor you in the way that we live, the way we work.
Donald Trump's newest tweet.
Are you looking for
I heard poorly rated from a facelift. So he said no. Where does he get this?
What is he
What did he just say? Is that real?
That's real!
So she wanted to sit with him, but she was bleeding from a facelift, so he said no.
What in the world?
That doesn't even make sense.
Why is he talking about this?
That's your leader of the free world. Us.
Alright, Hunter, here you go, buddy. We're ready.
Oh, we're gonna bust
We're
that
ready
rump.
for you, buddy.
Gonna bust a rump.
Bust that rump up! Bust that rump!
You ready? No. I ain't gonna hit you hard. I'm just gonna
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
Here we go.
Heck no, because
Here we go. It doesn't matter.
Time out. How is it not your fault? You admit that it's on you. It's take responsibility for being late.
It's not
I'll
on
let
me,
Greg
though.
paddle me.
It's not on me, though. That's the thing.
This kids these days, right there.
How funny is that?
Rick, you remember the time you went home and your butt was all blue? And Sherry said, okay, that's it. That's, I was standing there getting in the shower. She goes, what in the world? Because we kept always trying to outdo each other. I'm going to hit you harder. No, you hit me harder. Y'all took your shot at me. Y'all made it. Y'all let it. Y'all got
I got you one good time. I lifted you up.
Let me say this. I respect that.
Oh my goodness. Yakety yak that.
It's great having Brooks here today. He's added a lot to the show, and he's doing a great job.
I'm happy to be here.
His job, he's been assigned to keep up with any blonde interns. Stay right on their heels.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
What's the worst spanking you've ever gotten?
The food fight of 1979, when we completely shut down an entire school, and I was in the middle of it. Even though I didn't throw anything, I was held accountable at school. I got paddled in front of the lunchroom. I got paddled by my dad in the athletic department. I got whipped by my mom when I got home, and then whipped by my dad after that. So that was a 4.
Bubba, what's the worst whipping you've ever gotten?
Well, there were several. There was once, right before Thanksgiving, when I used all of my mother's aluminum foil to cover a homemade lunar module I built in the basement with spare wood. That didn't go over well. Probably the worst one, though, was when I found a piece of an old TV antenna, and it was real sharp on one end, so I went through the basement cutting Z's in the insulation like Zorro, and I thought that was really cool, so my dad saw it, and then it was not cool anymore. To this day, I kind of tense up when I see the movie Zorro.
The worst, I'm talking about switches tore up, was a neighbor of mine. I had a buddy of mine that I hung out with named Bruce, and we had done something, and he made us put our hands up against the car, and he wore us out. And I came home with red eyes. I gotta go, and then he told my dad. So I got it again at the house. Probably one of the most embarrassing ones is in 3rd grade from Miss Wilson in front of the class when she made me put my hands on her desk and get and she tore me up in front of the class. And you can't cry in front of the class, you can't get teary-eyed in front of the class. But everybody's like, ooh, God.
Red hair, just blazing.
Oh, just black freckles.
When I was a kid, I thought $100 bills were the greatest things ever. So I took one of those out of my mom's purse and showed it to all my friends. I was like, dude, look at this, I'm rich. Look at this. And then my mom found out, and then I received the greatest whooping of my entire life.
Bus?
Well, let's see. When I was a kid, I was getting a bubble bath, right? Of course, me being a kid, I got out and put more in there. It almost overflowed the tub. My mom gave me the worst butt whooping ever. It felt like awful because I was a wet child. That was terrible.
Yeah, being wet. Yeah, it's, for some reason, being wet.
It makes it that much worse.
Okay, so my mom had just bought a brand new leather chair,
and me and my sister were gonna play the floor is lava game.
Yes.
So we set up like a ladder, and we were jumping from the ladder onto the leather chair, to the coffee table, to the sofa. And I went and I popped to the back of the leather chair and it just split open. And so I set it up like I didn't know it was there and put a blanket on top, and I was like, Alexa, try it this way. And so I got my sister to do it, and then her foot went through it, so she thought she did it.
What'd you do?
So then we asked our mom if she needed help cleaning or anything, because then you suck up after you mess up that bad. So she got my uncle's belt and folded it over and started popping it.
Oh, yeah.
And making that noise. It was really bad. Never forget that.
Did you ever come clean about you doing it
Yeah,
first?
I came clean.
Okay, that's good. My brother and I are in church. My dad and my mom are on stage. My brother and I, for some reason, thought we were invisible. And we're messing around, like Luke is closing his nose in the hymnal and I'm cracking up, like we are being really bad. And so once that service got done with, my mom wore me out so bad. I remember her finding just like a random scrap of plastic and like testing it against her hand and being like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good.
In the car with the back of a brush.
What about you, buddy?
I got beat with a wooden spoon one time.
You should ask my dad, I don't know.
Adler, see if Greg can carry you like that.
I don't know, guys.
No, it's not really. Well, yeah, your face is in someone's butt. Yeah. I can't believe y'all did that.
I thought my eyeballs were gonna pop out. Eyeballs, Craig. Eyeballs.
Joe Cribbs and Bill Searcy with us today.
He said it's the hardest thing we do is we recruit a kid, he said, and we get them to college, and then we have to work out of them what they've learned at home.
And you got the fact that we're treating them like the elite ones. We're treating them like superstars. So the kid got in the 5th grade got offered at Hawaii the other way.
It was bad enough when we played, but now let's say a kid goes to Alabama or Auburn and they become a Joe Cribbs and they go to the NFL and they have no foundation, and then when football's over, what happens? I mean, and you have nothing to fall back on, nothing. My buddy who's the FCA coach at Alabama, I mean, he's got the hardest job in the world.
The lure and the focus is, the riches and the rewards. Yeah. And every parent, unfortunately, we all think our kid is going to be that special guy, but it's the percentages. You're so small.
How much money did you make playing at Alabama? Joe Cribbs taught me my patented stop and go move, and Bill Searcy taught me how to eat breakfast.
By the way, the stop and go in breakfast. There's go, but there's not a lot of stop.
What is the biggest hit you've either given or received?
The biggest hit was actually Buddy Curry. We were in the NFL. I'm in the I formation, and my fullback goes through the line, and he trips. So I'm coming right behind him, and I have to jump over him. And when I jumped, Buddy stepped in the hole and met me. It was the hardest hit I've ever received. For all you good running backs out there, once you leave your feet, you can only go straight.
The biggest hit I ever received was a forearm from Randy White at the Dallas Cowboys on the side of my head. I held on, but I saw stars for a while.
What's the biggest hit you've ever taken?
Went out for a little 5-yard out, caught the pass, stepped out of bounds, and got lit up. Kevin Young, thank you for that. Broke my collarbone, by the way. Of course, we won the game, so I'd like to throw that in. There was no flag on the play, but when you've stepped out of bounds and you've handed the official the ball or in the process of it and you get hit, that's late.
Move your finger.
So like this,
FTD.
15 feet. So that's how they do it.
I'm back here. J-E-R-K. Jerk. No, that's Daddy. I'm sorry. Oh, my bad.
Bubba was telling a story the other day about Hunter. You broke Caitlin's leg.
Yeah, he pushed me down the stairs and broke my leg.
Phil,
Good to see you, man. Don't put up with this crap around here. I like your haircut.